Good morning. Today is April 1. There's no April Fool's game or joke here, but I do want to welcome you to, I think today's day 6 of our stay-at-home order, and I hope you're enjoying our time together every morning and time with Pastor David every evening. I also want to remind you a week from Sunday is Easter, and we got some great plans leading up to that and happening Easter, and I want you to be making plans to join us. We do plan to have a live service that we broadcast live from the John Young Worship Center on Easter Sunday morning. So I want to encourage you to be making plans to join us at 10 a.m. Sunday morning, Easter Sunday. I think that's April 12th. You don't want to miss that great day coming. Today I want to talk to you about a simple little passage in Philippians chapter 2, verses 14, 15, and 16. It's a passage where Paul, interestingly, he tells the Philippian church there that he's judging the effectiveness of his work as a missionary and as a church starter in their ability to and willingness to carry the gospel into their community. The way they represent God in their community is going to reflect how the gospel took hold in their lives. I think that reflects for us as well the effectiveness of our ministry and the effectiveness of the generations before us, and the work that God is doing is really measured by our ability and willingness to engage the people around us with the truth of the gospel. Ultimately, that's what we're believers for. We're disciples when we are producing disciples. And so all of us should be about this work of finding ways to gently and appropriately talk to people about what it means to know, follow, and love Jesus Christ. And in this, he uses this term. Let me just read chapter 2, verses 14 to 16. It says, "Do all things without grumbling or disputing, that you may be blameless and innocent, children of God, without blemish in the midst of a crooked and twisted generation, among whom you shine as lights in the world, holding fast to the word of life, so that in the day of Christ I may be proud that I did not run in vain or labor in vain." Did you catch that? Their work, their effectiveness in being light in the darkness is what's going to determine if he ran in vain or labored in vain. I like the way Eugene Peterson puts it in the message. He said, "Provide people with a glimpse of good living and the living God. Carry the light-giving message into the night." Carrying the light-giving message into the night. That is our responsibility. And in this season, it's going to be a little different, but people are listening. People are afraid. People are cautious. And they just might be more receptive to the truth of the gospel now than ever before. And my guess is you have people watching you, paying attention to how you respond to news, good news or bad news, and how you react. And they're making judgments about the validity of your faith based on your responses to the current crisis, the current situation. And I want to encourage you to use it as a platform for the gospel. There have been seasons in our church life where I've seen, back in 2011, we did something called Love Orlando, and a lot of money was given to help the homeless, and I saw the reputation of our church be improved and go further than it ever had gone before as we did that, because we were giving to love people and to care for people. And in the same fashion, even now, there are things that we're doing, and the way we're deploying our services is having a broader impact than we could have ever expected. More people participating and more people sharing. We have life groups that are gathering and that are having more than 100% attendance. They higher attendance than they had when they were meeting in person on campus. I guess because of the ease with which people can gather. But it's unprecedented. We're having opportunity to impact our community, and we cannot take that for granted. And we must be light shining in the darkness. One way that happened for us this week that was unexpected, and I just wanted to share with you, is we got a call about midweek. Unexpected. We didn't solicit anything, but the call came from Channel 9. You might remember a few years ago we were broadcasting. We had for 50 years broadcast every Sunday on Channel 9 on the television station. But they reached out to us, and it had been a few years since we've been on that. They reached out and asked if they could broadcast our stream, our service, on their website. They wanted to have our services streamed. And they said this to our communications department. They said, you are the church that everybody knows, and so we want to have a church service on our website, and you're the church that everybody knows. And so it just gave us the opportunity as a church to have our services from this past week, and it looks like they're going to do it again this weekend. We haven't heard that for sure, but I expect that they will. And on that, on Sunday, in the midst of all of the news on their website, all the different pieces of news, was a little picture of First Baptist Church Orlando and a little title there saying, "Watch First Baptist 10 a.m. on Sunday morning." So it's because of you and your faithfulness and you being a part of this wonderful community of faith that God is granting us that kind of opportunity. And I want to encourage you, right there in your little house or neighborhood or your network of family and friends that you're surrounded by, even in this season, that you have the opportunity to carry the light into darkness. And I want to encourage you, don't hesitate to do it. Be taking every opportunity you have in conversation and in response to all of the news that we're getting. People are watching and they're paying attention. And be the representation of Christ that the people around you need you to be. God bless you. We'll see you back tomorrow. Have a great day.